Hi, I'm Brian Wolf, President and CEO of Parker Technology. 60,000 times a month, Parker takes a call from a parking customer stuck in a lane behind a gate. And so we deliver a customer experience for our customers who don't want to answer those help calls themselves.
Today with Flash, now the platform that's going to enable the mobility revolution. So if you think about the two-sided marketplace, the demand is what consumers are expecting. What are they looking for beyond just parking? So we talk a lot about parking plus. So whether that's parking plus EV charging, parking plus cleaning services, parking plus delivery, getting to make sure that when you're ready to go home, your car is ready for the evening, it's stocked with your deliveries, it's in the right condition and the right place, that all that's happened since you parked there. And consumers are demanding that, and they're looking for it. So today, right now, these operators have a sense of what their supply is, and they're looking at what are the amenities that I'm adding.
We are a manufacturer of parking guidance solutions and products. We currently export to 4 continents and to more than 30 different countries. Well, we are here with our parking guidance products such as ultrasonic parking sensors and space-specific cameras, as well as with our parking guidance displays.
We work with consumers through our websites and applications. We're actually the biggest provider of B2C parking data globally by far, but we are very active in the B2B space. We are the dominant player when it comes to providing parking data and parking payment services to the automotive industry and to mapping and navigation providers. So we work with just about every car brand out there, and also with a number of mapping companies, whether it's Apple Maps or Garmin or Telenav, or also suppliers for the automotive industry, such as HERE and TomTom, etc.
So we will increase our sales in 2020, more projects, more results, more data, more customer-specific solution integration and so on. In Q3, we are planning new projects for car parks in shopping centers and the detection of parking lots at a big German bus station. And there are many other projects at the pipeline. We expect first deliveries for larger projects and the first license contract this year. We consider ourselves to be technology providers. Accordingly, our focus is the further development of the technology.
I think the main challenge is ensuring business continuity while dealing with the daily COVID-19 crisis updates. With a focus on cost savings and efficient daily operation, it has become clear that needed technology to instantly inform and update visitors and on-site employees during emergency situations is not available. However, parking operators that have performed the risk analysis can now benefit. They can initiate fallback scenarios and use their professional technology to keep their operations up and running even in times like this.
Many people confuse smart with bringing more tools, sensors and technology to the party. Of course, this is an important aspect to the game, but I believe it's people that make the difference. People that understand the industry, that dive deep into use cases and get their heads around the benefits for the user. The approach of smart parking should be people-centric and focus on the aspects that make the life of users and operators more convenient. Then we reach our goal.
Parking is very much alive. Over the past couple of years, there's been a huge hype regarding different mobility as a service concepts, as well as self-driving vehicles, but now we can see a little bit more realistic predictions with significantly longer uptake times in those services. At the same time, urbanization continues to be a megatrend, and even in the developed countries, there's an increasing amount of private vehicles. All of these together mean that parking will not only remain, but actually become a more important part of a well-functioning mobility chain.
I'm sitting here alone in my office in the middle of the pandemic, and obviously that's got to be the number one thing out there. And I guess the question facing the parking industry is, how do you make your operations more resilient to the rapid changes that have happened? The complete loss of revenue, at the same time you need to have service. How do you make your operation work when demand and revenues are going to be going up and down at an unprecedented pace? I don't know if I have an answer to it, but that certainly is a good question for all of us as we go forward.
I think where some of the products that we've seen is kind of more of a premium option, or there's a, where you see 20, 30% of the transactions flowing through some sort of a reservation or an app-based payment in different areas, you're just going to see that completely shift. So we've offered ticketless parking for years, and it'll be something that I think will all of a sudden catch a lot of interest. The full frictionless with LPR, those are all things that many people are able to do.
Well, when we're talking about the measures, I think there are different levels. So there's the short-term stuff like the shelter in place or lockdowns, etc. But that's going to be over at some point in time, and building solutions around that is probably not very sensible. But let's say social distancing and the basic principles around that, that will remain.
We already have a lot of license plate recognition and that kind of solutions. We have it in place. The last few weeks we have been very busy in scaling down our operations, and especially to a certain bare minimum, where we also want to have everyone in place in terms of in our control rooms.
In the next few years, you're going to see more in-car integrations. It's still early, though. Not many OEMs actually have the parking technology built into the center display, so it integrates back with the app. Mercedes or BMW is actually one of the few that actually has that. But as you see more of the Googles and Apples going in-car, it's going to enable that a lot more, especially as they start to offer financial transactions from the center display unit.
The integrations is a key part. So in an industry where data is volatile, anyway, we've had, fortunately, we have 30 years of history behind us from both hospitality and 15 years in parking, where despite most of the force majeure or major events not being on the level that we've seen with COVID-19, we do have a variety of precedents with SARS, Ebola, and other factors that have drastically impacted demand and the uncertainty of demand.